Hey, what's happening, guys? Craigslist Hunter over here. Yep, it's snowing in back of my woods here. Brutally cold as well. But that's obviously not gonna stop us for making a great video how to make more money. Let's do it. Alright guys, what's happening? Sorry about the noise if you're hearing a little bit of like a humming background noise. I'm recording in my basement and it's so freaking cold outside that my furnace basically runs non-stop. So if you're hearing a little bit of humming noise, you know, that's my furnace. I apologize for that. What are we gonna talk about today? Well, I had this great comment from one of you guys on one of my videos that you really enjoyed me putting out a video of different stuff that it's out there for us to buy. And I figured this would be a great opportunity to start like the whole new series about all the different things that I buy and potentially big money makers and not many people are selling out there. So I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna try to do these every week on Sunday. Sunday is one of those days that my shop is closed and I got a little bit of time, especially being super nasty outside and cold. I can, you know, spend some time with you guys. So every week on Sunday I'm gonna try to put out a video of different stuff that I look for, that usually there's zero competition out there, and if you are able to pick up these items you're gonna make some great money. So let's jump right into this. And in this video we're gonna talk about cast iron. Yep, lots of iron out there, you know, vintage, antique, old, new, doesn't matter. For some reason people love this stuff and they'll pay top dollar for it. And there's different things that you can go after. Here's the first one: raw iron crown meat dressing stand hooks. Look at this thing, it's so unreal. It's got a bunch of hooks hanging around to hang your meat, to dry it out. Obviously it's, I don't know if it's antique, but it's definitely vintage. And you're gonna say right away, yeah Pete, but who wants to ship this? Guys, don't worry about shipping. If you have unique and interesting items that people are willing to pay big money for them, they will pay for shipping. And look at this one, 74 bucks to ship this. Yeah, I know it's big, awkward, you're gonna have to create some box, it's gonna probably take you a freaking hour to put it all together, pack it. But you know, they're willing to pay 70 bucks for shipping on something like this. And look at this sucker, $319. And you know, Craigslist is a great platform to search for these all day long. Swap meets, especially flea markets. You always come across weird things like that on a flea market. So don't be scared. They're big, bulky, not much competition out there. You can definitely make some serious money on items like this. Let's go to the next one. Yeah, and this one, you know, similar thing, 3 legs. It's probably about 3.5, 4 feet tall. It's a candlestick table stand. Again, you know, somebody was asking $295 on this. I think it best offer went for $250. For some reason this person only charged $695 for the shipping. I don't know what's going on there. Probably had pretty much, you know, price built into his original asking price, you know, for shipping. But once again, you know, and these are sold, you know, look, the same day. I mean, January 3rd. Great opportunity again to make some serious money. So don't be afraid of iron. Another unique piece. Look at this chandelier. And this is a little bit smaller. Obviously it's going to be easier to ship. Cast iron went for $100 with $13 shipping. So yeah guys, definitely look for that iron. Let's go to the next one. And here we got another one, another candlestick, about 3 feet tall, vintage. You know, you can find these, I swear to God, every time I go to the flea market, there's always somebody selling something like this. And you can pick it up for 15, 20, 30 bucks. And look at this one, sold for $117. This one had a built-in shipping into it. Obviously a little bit smaller, probably a little bit lighter. Don't be scared, look for that iron. Alright, here we go guys. Getting more and more interesting here. This is definitely an antique piece. I come across quite a few of these. Personally, I sold probably about 6 or 7 of these throughout the last few years. You know, it's a windmill weight. It's an iron horse. This is pretty heavy. This piece is probably about 25, 30 pounds. And they come in different shapes and sizes, but extremely popular. Mainly I think people buy these, they gotta buy these for decorations. I can't see it for anything else. But again, search Craigslist for these. You come across on Craigslist, swap meets, flea market. Again, anytime that you have like a, you know, big county flea market, when you have a lot of vendors, you always find these, and you can pick them up for about 30, 40, you know, if it's a bigger one, sometimes 50 bucks. But look at the profit on these suckers. You know, 245 bucks with $45 shipping. Let's go to the next one. This one is a little bit smaller. Same thing, it's a windmill horse weight. This one in description, it said that it's only about 17 inches long, about 12 inches high. So not very difficult to ship, but look at the money those things bring, and look at the interest. You got 15 bids on it. This was put on bidding, on the auction, $17.90 shipping, $331. I mean, gosh, you know, I mean, you can't go wrong. I love cast iron stuff. It's just crazy. Alrighty guys, let's move along. Now this is getting better and better. Cast iron cord grinders. They come in different sizes, a lot of different designs out there. They're actually pretty common. You can find them, you know, a lot, especially at the flea markets. They range in price kind of all over, but they're good sellers. If you find one in a good shape, that all the pieces are there's no cracks. It doesn't have to be beautiful like this one right here that somebody repainted. This one, you know, the main part is completely redone. It's black, the wheel is painted red, but that's not necessary. People love that, you know, patina look, that rusty look. And you can find these in that condition. So definitely look for these. They bring huge money. Look at this one, 175 bucks, $20 shipping. They're about this big, you know, so they're relatively easy to ship. They just got some weight to it. This one is probably about 20 pounds or so. Let's go to the next one. You know, look at this one is even smaller than the other one. And it's not in perfect condition. It's got the original paint on it, but you know, there's some parts laying to the side. Sold for 217 bucks with $16 shipping. Look how much interest, 25 bids. So if there's interest, you're gonna sell, and you're gonna sell for big money. And look at this one. That's what I'm talking about. Look at the patina on this one. 29 bids, 230 bucks, $33 shipping. People just love these for some reason, you know, and they're out there. They made a lot of these, so you can find them. Not much competition whatsoever online. If you can present the pictures good, you're gonna make some serious money with these. Alright guys, here's another great item. These are very popular. People love to buy these. Maybe doesn't bring huge money, but you can pick them up relatively cheap. And people love these because, you know, for the decor, when they have the coffee table that they want to install these on, they're very popular. I mean, caster sets like this, they're solid cast iron wheels. If you can spot these, small enough, easy to ship. Look at this one, 149 bucks. Let's go to the next one. Look at these. I mean, they even look in a worse condition than the other ones, you know. That's what people love, you know, that patina look. They're very small, 225 bucks with $15 shipping. You know, another fantastic fantastic piece. Actually, this one is just down the road from me, DeKalb, Illinois. 225 bucks, guys. Awesome. I love the iron. Here's another set. $127, 13 bits. You know, if you can find these, go for it. You know, big time money maker. And finally, this is gonna be the last. I always save the best for last, right? Let's look at these. Cast iron farmhouse kitchen sink. Now you're gonna tell me, Pete, how the hell am I gonna ship this? No, you don't have to ship it. You know, I mean, people are willing to pay crazy money for these, okay? So if you have a contact set up that you can use, you know, freight company to ship this, this can probably be shipped anywhere between $130 to about $200 depending on the weight by freight company. And look at this sucker, 850 bucks. If somebody's willing to pay that kind of money, they definitely will be willing to pay big money for shipping. But these you can definitely do local pickup, especially if you are in a big metropolitan area when you have, you know, a few million people, then local pickup, it's the way to go. If you are in a smaller town that you don't have a huge population, then you can offer, you know, a freight shipping on this and try to find a company that will do stuff like this. But they bring huge money. You can find these on Craigslist all day long, from perfect condition to little bit beat up to horrible condition, and it seems like they all go. Obviously, if you find one in a better condition, it's gonna bring you, you know, a lot more money. Let's look at a different one. Yeah, I mean, we've seen these all the time, you know, old schools, old factories, old homes. 195 bucks, and this was a local pickup. You know where you can find these? There's, especially in my area, there's few of these stores. They're called Restore. Contractors bring old kitchen cabinets, sinks, windows, doors, bed tops to these resale shops, and they're for like humidity. I don't know exactly what they're called, but they're just strictly dealing with old construction lumber and stuff like that. And contractors bring them in there because they can save on their disposal fees as they're doing a demolition. And you can pick these up really, really cheap at these stores. A sink like that at the Restore, I bought it actually, a double sink like that. Had 2 bowls in it for like 25 bucks. It was in a pretty rough condition, but I still sold it. If I remember correctly, this was last year in the middle of summer. I want to say for like $280. Did a local pickup. I had to relist it twice, I think, because first I put a crazy price on it, like 500 bucks, and then second time I did like 400 bucks, and then I did 300 with a best offer, and I think I sold it for like 280. Yeah, but if you search Craigslist for these, oh my gosh, you know, there's a lot of them. You can find these all day long. Look at this one. It's gonna blow your mind away. Now, looks like this is in very good condition. Cast iron farmhouse vintage kitchen sink, with couple legs on the side. Look at this sucker, 1,750 bucks, you know, and somebody was offering a freight on it as well. Guys, there's ton of money. There's ton of money out there to be made. Look for this cast iron stuff. No question about it. Be different. Be different. I had a couple questions. Pete, why you do these videos? Why are you giving out all these secrets? These are not secrets. Just trying to be smarter than another guy. Stop selling the polo shirts and the coffee mugs and the usual stuff that everybody can pick up in the regular, Goodwill. You got a million competition out there. Yeah, you can make some money on them still. People will buy that stuff, but you're picking up a shirt for $5 and you're selling it for $18. How many you gotta pick up to make decent profit, and how many pictures you gotta take, because you have to list 30 of them to make the same kind of money that you can make on one piece. Be different. Look for stuff that there's not much competition out there. That's what makes this business beautiful. There's no limits. If you set yourself apart from the whole crowd, you're gonna make some huge money. I'm not saying create just one single niche and stick with just sinks, but look for different stuff out there that it's selling and making you big money. Get out of your comfort zone, try to learn. That's why I'm doing these videos, and this is, somebody's gonna say, well, you're creating competition for yourself, you're giving. No, because by the time you guys gonna be searching for this, I'm already searching for something else. I'll never pass on stuff that I can make money. There's so much stuff out there that it's unbelievable. I mean, the sky is, there's no limit. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was informational. Next week I'm gonna come up with very interesting items again for you to look out there. Please subscribe to my videos if you enjoy them. Share them. Give me a like. That's what motivates me. Give me a bunch of comments if you like them. Yeah, I love to read comments and respond. If you have any questions, please, put them down there. And till next time, guys, make some money.